Hey everyone, it's Angela with Create Your Future. Welcome to this Saturday's video. Today I am talking about stepping into the new year by stepping into your power, deciding who you are as a conscious creator in your reality, making that your truth at the core for 2024. So stay tuned. This is going to be great. Guys, anything that you might be interested in is going to be in our description box down below. So if you want to sign up for one-on-one coaching with me, you can look down in the description box to do that. If you're interested in my course, Awaken to I Am, which is a really powerful course and really reflects on what I'm talking about today, that also is in the description box. Also, we do have a free course, How to Find Your Blocks to Manifest Anything, an amazing course that's had some really great feedback. That is available also if you follow the links in the description box down below. So everything is down below if you're interested in checking any of that out. Okay, let's jump into our video. This is basically a rant on getting started in the new year with the mindset that you are the operant power, the one and only operant power in your reality, okay? That understanding shifts everything internally and makes every desire that you have much more, it seems like it's much more achievable, doable, and you begin to expect these things to show up because you understand at the core, this is who I am. I'm created to create my life, okay? So I want to begin by reminding you that everything exists right now, past, present, and future. Everything is happening simultaneously. And the things that we see in our 3D are showing up because that is where we have put our attention. That is what we focused upon. That is where we have over and over and over allowed ourselves to go internally, mentally. And so what we see right now in the 3D is a reflection of where we have been internally, all right? And we have been called upon through creation, through our birthright, to create new stories. And the key word there is create. And it's really not that we're creating a new experience, but we're putting our focus on the new experience. That is our birthright, to begin to decide on new outcomes, better outcomes, more favorable outcomes by consciously choosing those outcomes, okay? And those patterns of thinking are simply just that. Those old patterns, those old stories are just patterns. It's a pattern that your brain is accustomed to. And that's why we tend to, out of habit, go back to those things over and over and over because we're familiar with them. It's a pattern. We're used to it. But we have been given that right. I want you to understand this, that right to create or choose new outcomes. So everything exists right now, past, present, and future, and you can choose. We say create, but choose new outcomes by focusing on what we would prefer for a future event, right? So this is all about recognizing your pattern or your power and creating a new pattern in your thinking. All right. Recognizing you are the power, basically. There's no power outside of you that is telling you what you can have, that is telling you what is right for you, that is telling you you can have this and not that. It's all within you. The power is within you. There's nothing that you have to check on externally when you are deciding a new outcome, when you are creating a new story, choosing a new story by internally focusing upon something new and different. There's nothing outside of you that says you can have this, you can't have that, you can do this, you can't do that. It's all you. You are the power. You are the decision maker. You are the one that is choosing. You are the one that is deciding. You are the one that is directing your thoughts intentionally over and over and over. And guys, at the very core, always put your attention on the fact that it is you. There's nothing outside of you. You have all the power. You are creating your experience always. You always have been doing this. and begin to remind yourself of this. Remember, you're the writer, the director, the producer, you're writing the story, you're the author. It's all you. You are giving people their roles. You are deciding how they're going to show up. And a little trick that I do, whenever those negative thoughts come in, because I want you to know they do come in, those old stories pop up. Your brain is saying, we're used to this story. We're used to this way of thinking. They come up. All you have to do is be aware of them and question why they're there. And what I will do is I will say, how is this serving me? Why am I going to allow this thought to continue? How is this serving me? Do I want to see this show up again? Do I want to have this pattern of a failed relationship show up again? Do I want to have this pattern of, a difficulty financially show up again? Do I want to have the pattern of sickness show up in my body again? I question it. I ask the question, how is this serving me? Do I want to see this show up again? That's a little trick because those negative thoughts come in. And when I begin to reflect on it in that light, by reminding myself, how is this serving me? I'm just inviting this in again. Why would I do that? How is that serving me? It helps me become accountable for my thinking. So begin to do that when you feel maybe overwhelmed and you feel like, these negative thoughts are just continuing to come in. Stop. And in that moment, say, how is this going to serve me? How is this going to create a new story for my future experience that I prefer? And that helps you remember the power. Remember that it's all coming from within you. And in that moment, you can choose to redirect your thinking. In that moment, as you identify as being the one and only power in your experience, as you identify as being the power that is creating your next 3D experience, you can then choose a better outcome, a better experience, alongside the thought that it's me, it's all me, and I'm in control, and I can change this. That's what all of this is about. Remembering that it's within you, that you're in charge, that you're the only operant power, that you can choose new stories, that you can create new stories. Guys, everything comes from within you. Remind yourself of that every day. You're the one that's in charge. You're the one that's creating your future experience. You're the one that is choosing thoughts. And on that note, I want you to remember that being aware is very important. It's not that you might, it's not that you're never going to have that negative thought. It's not that you're never going to, maybe find yourself starting to spiral, but it's being aware, paying attention. It's making sure that you're focused on what you're thinking about and you're thinking about what you're thinking about, right? Recognizing that you're in charge, recognizing that you can change the thought, recognizing that you are the power. This is what it's all about, staying aware. Staying on the mental diet and recognizing when you get off of the mental diet that you have the power to redirect, that you have the power to reflect on who you are internally, that you have the power to choose new outcomes, that you have the power to change your thinking, that you have the power to lift yourself up, right? To create that belief and understanding, and maybe belief isn't the word, but it's revelation, it's enlightenment to the fact that you are the operant power and it's all within you, and that you can change everything by changing your thoughts. And you consciously get to do that. No one else does. It's all you. It's all about you. I want you to just really get built up in that understanding. Empower yourself. Remind yourself of who you are as a conscious creator. It's your birthright to make decisions about your life. It's your birthright to become strong, empowered, confident in who you are. It's your birthright to choose better outcomes, better stories, and better scenarios for your future. Whatever you want it to be. And it's everything. You can choose, your partner, your health, your finances. Those are the main things. And really, I think everything else falls in those categories, you know, your health, your finances, and your family and relationship connections. So all of that is within you. You make it anything that you want. You decide how things are going to unfold. You decide by reflecting on your power, by reminding yourself that you are the power and that you want a story that serves you, that's positive, that lifts you up, that puts you on the pedestal, and that allows you to have every experience that you choose, whatever that might be, right? You don't have to explain, you don't have to justify, you don't have to get permission. You decide, and you go within, and you decide that it's happening now, no matter what you see externally. Let me say that again. No matter what you see externally, you redirect to the story that you prefer internally, and acknowledge that you are the final authority and you are the final power. You are the final voice in creating your next experience, your next 3D outcome. So guys, build yourself up. You know, read some good material, Neville Goddard, Joseph Murphy, things that are going to help you understand this power within. Give yourself those small lists that you want to manifest so that you can get more confidence in realizing your thoughts push out immediately. And create that belief at a core level so that you begin to resonate with the understanding anything that you can think of is for you. It wants you, and it wants to be expressed through you. Build yourself up. Begin to create a strength within that you are the power of your reality, the only power. All right? So happy 2024, guys. Get strong internally. Get strong in the story that you are the creator of your life's experience. Nothing is going to come into your 3D experience unless it comes from your internal space, and you are in charge of that internal space. Alrighty, everybody, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your comments, your views, everything. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.